Hi, I'm Leigh-Chantelle from VivaLaVegan.net, and today's question is, how hard is it to travel as a vegan? The simple answer to that question is you can make anything as easy or as hard as you want it to be. But, to give a more broader scope of that, I've just been overseas for 6 months in Southeast Asia, and the majority of time was very, very easy to eat vegan. Sometimes it was a bit harder, but the biggest tip I would give for people is to, do research, work out, can you eat in this certain place, what sort of places are there, have a look online like Happy Cow, find out the restaurants in your area. So for example, I booked somewhere I was going to stay when I was overseas, and as soon as I booked, or just before I was about to book that place, I had a few options. I looked around where the closest vegan vegetarian restaurants were on Happy Cow, and I chose the places I stayed at based on those decisions. And most of the places I stayed at, I could walk to the places I wanted to go to eat, have lunch, dinner. In Asia as well, it's amazing because there's a lot of street food or hawker food, so some of the food is left there all day. Well, the majority of it is all day, and some of it will be animal products, obviously, and animal flesh on the side of the road, but there's a lot of tempeh, there's a lot of tofu that's just fried in some sort of veggie oil, and just served with a sambal, which is like a chili paste, a chili sort of sauce, which is really good. At the very least, you can always find someone that can make fried rice without egg, or even just boiled rice if you can't find anything else. There was one place I went to, Surat Thani in Thailand, and I was there for a night, and I arrived quite late at night, and I couldn't find somewhere to eat in the dark walking by myself, and I just settled on somewhere, and which was fine. They made me a fried rice, but the next day they weren't open, and another noodle place I wanted to go to wasn't open, so I ended up just buying some snacks at the local convenience store and just going through all the packets and reading them, because a lot of them didn't have English writing either. A lot of it was in Thai. I found some not very good snacks really, but it got me through until I got to my next destination. So, and at the very least, you can always have a snack bag with you. In particular, when I did a lot of long distance train trips, 24 hours, 30 hours, whatever, however long they were, I always made sure that I got something to take away from wherever I'd just had breakfast or lunch the day before, and I made sure I had at least one main sort of meal, and then I had a lot of other snacks as well. A lot of the supermarkets there, or even the 7-Elevens, like the convenience type stores, they had a lot of good vegan food, and it's just a matter of, if you're new in that area, just reading all the ingredients, or sometimes I'd take photos of ingredients. I'd go back home and look on the internet what those terms meant, and then I know, okay, that's good or that's not. So just do your research. There's a lot of blogs online. You can have a look on VivaLaVegan.net in the update section for my blogs when I travelled as well. So there's many people that have travelled to these places before you. So I'm sure if you're going somewhere in particular, just find out where you can go and what's the best places sort of to go. I found it really, other than that place Suratani, that was probably the hardest place for me to find food, but generally it was really easy for me to find food, in particular in a lot of more western sort of areas, or like in Ubud in Bali. That was amazing. Heaps of vegan and vegetarian food everywhere, a lot of raw as well. I tried to support all the local businesses more than the Western owned ones, and you can get to know the locals very well, and they'll look after you with what you need in your diet. I'd also suggest that at least some sort of basic hello, goodbye, thank you, I'm a vegetarian, I don't eat this, please don't have this, please get rid of fish sauce or onion or oyster sauce, things like that. So if you know those words, or even the UK Vegan Society have a travel guide that you could take with you to know what to say or what not to say. But I'd suggest if you're going to a particular country and you do not speak the local language, that you learn just a few sort of phrases. Yeah, that's what I would suggest for the next time you go traveling. And yes, it can be easy to travel as a vegan, definitely. But you know, just do your research, make sure you're prepared, and if nothing else, have a snack bag with you. I'm Leigh-Chantelle, and I'll see you next week for the next Q&A. Terima kasih.